Are you timing it?
Timing it.
What's your heart rate?
Taylor can start.
My heart rate 89.
Ooh, went down.
Yeah.
But it's going up.
Okay, so the first thing I noticed, Taylor and Ash, here between you is that you're in shorts, Ash, you're in pants, so you're obviously dealing with the Dubai heat a lot better than Taylor already, or is it just mind games?
Yeah, I forgot to pack my jacket, but hopefully I don't get too cold.
It takes me back, Taylor, to the US Open 2022. The last time Ash beat you when you guys went head to head, that was a very hot race just like this.
Yes.
Do you think that might be the weak link in your armour?
It was then. We'll see if it is now.
And Ash, does this excite you, a chance to finally race Taylor again in conditions that everyone thinks suit you?
Yeah, of course the conditions suit me, but I'm sure Taylor is super prepared. Yeah, it's something that's an advantage for me, but it's going to be pretty difficult to stop someone like Taylor.
What do you think you have to do? What is the plan to stop Taylor?
Have the absolute race of my career.
Yeah.
To be honest, like Taylor this year has been setting the standard. It's very obvious to everyone. She's coming in as like the favourite, hands down. I'm definitely taking on the underdog status, and that's fine because what Taylor has done this year is phenomenal, and we're all just trying to catch up and get to the same level.
And Taylor, we've been talking in the car ride over here about the new Taylor Knibb, who is more assertive than the old Taylor Knibb. You've always...
Oh, this is a new 2-week thing. This isn't like a new thing. This is like...
We're going to come back to...
I don't know. I think it's just maybe I'm at the point of the season where I'm fatigued enough and tired enough that I'm just like, I don't care.
Yeah, we're going to come back to the incident with the person on the plane a little later. But
I don't think I want to tell that story publicly.
I think we should.
We're definitely coming back to it. But
it was a small bag.
We're coming back to it. But you've always raced assertively. Do you think that the key to you winning here on the weekend is to make sure you're nowhere near Ash and Julie on the run?
Well, yes, but not behind them. That would be the opposite.
Yeah.
Because I think in the last 2K of the Dallas US Open, Ashley put like 2 minutes into me still. So that's a minute per K. So that's, yeah.
And
it could be the other way.
Have you been running out here since you got here, or when did you arrive?
I arrived 21 hours ago. My plane touched down. I ran on the treadmill this morning from the hotel.
Yeah.
So
you haven't had a chance to get out there in the middle of the day because you guys are racing when it should be roughly 30, 31 degrees. Yeah. Not that hot?
Well, we'll probably be racing closer to this time of day because let's say we have a 3.5 hour race and we got off the bike close to 4 and the run will be from like 4 to 5 now.
Yeah, okay. So it'll be more like high 20s.
It'll be like this.
It is
Ashley could race in pants.
Yeah, I might need that vest. Just kidding.
Arm warmers, gloves.
Do you wish it was earlier then so that you could run against Taylor in the middle of the day?
Yeah, I mean, the absolute hotter the better, but it is what it is.
Do you think that your ability to race well in the heat is just on the run like we see at Singapore, or do you think that relative to say Taylor or Julie, you actually handle the heat better on the bike as well?
I don't know. This year I didn't handle the heat very well on the bike in Singapore. I don't think. I don't think I was super prepared for that, and I guess I was a little bit underdone going into that race. I wasn't at my fittest, knowing that I actually had to be at my best like now. So I guess that was in the back of my mind. It was only April, had a lot of racing, so I mean I feel like a lot more prepared going into this race than I was in Singapore. But yeah, Singapore was a lot more extreme than it is here conditions wise. I think that's the hottest place you can kind of get.
I want to know what this means to both of you. It's the first year of the T100 World Tour. Ash, you've been the queen of the PTO. Taylor has probably been the queen of the T100 World Tour. What does it actually mean to race the first T100 World Tour Grand Final? Two of the biggest female athletes we've had in the sport with a rivalry this big.
Yeah, I think it's really great. I mean, what the T100 has done for the sport is, yeah, absolutely incredible. You know, they're trying to showcase all of the athletes and, you know, elevate us to elevate triathlon, and I'm very grateful that I can be a part of that because, yeah, what they've been doing is, yeah, amazing.
And you, Taylor?
Well, I think it's great to always have the options, and we were just talking in the car ride over here about like the Olympics, and so it's like it's nice to have another option besides Ironman and just to still race competitively. I feel like this is a nice mix between the World Triathlon Series and the Ironman racing, and it just makes, I think, both better.
Tell me, what has been the best thing about the T100 World Tour this year in your opinion?
Well, there are a lot of nice things, but I think like, I don't know, there's just kind of like the freedom to do what's best for you. And that's something that I really appreciate and is different from when you're in a federation and you're dealing with a lot of other things.
Is it because now you have options, like you can race Ironman, you can race T100, you can race short course, so you have more control over your career and your ability to make money? Is it that?
Well, yes and no. Also, like how you prepare for a race, your coach is, when you travel to that race, like you get to make the decisions based on what's best for you, and it's not someone who doesn't really know you telling you that this is what needs to be done.
Yeah. And what do you think the best thing about the T100 World Tour has been this year?
Yeah, I guess apart from like what I just mentioned about trying to elevate the sport of triathlon and I guess broadcast it, you know, there's been so many people that you know, whether they live in, a few that live in my street actually, and a few just people that I know that never were really that interested in triathlon are now super fans because they've been able to actually watch it on the platform so easily. And I think just the ability for them to watch it and have so much, you know, easy access to it, you know, has given them a chance to, yeah, see me race, see us all race, and then become fans of the sport. And I know that T100, you know, really care about us as people and athletes, and I guess you feel that when you do come to each race.
I'm going to step a little bit away from triathlon here, and maybe this is a little bit awkward, but Taylor, what's one thing, given that you've been on the T100 World Tour all year and a big part of it is that you athletes get to know each other so much more than if it didn't exist, what's one thing you've maybe learned about Ash or got to know about Ash that you really like or respect?
Oh gosh, nothing.
No, I'm sorry. I got to know you this year because we've only raced 2 races together, and I feel like either I'm really hidden and antisocial or you are, but our paths don't really cross.
Is that on purpose?
I don't know. It's just like, I don't know if we're on different schedules or coming from different places. I don't know. Sorry.
What do you think?
Nothing much going on.
Do you and Taylor purposely avoid each other because of like the fact you're really number 1 and 2? Obviously Julie's come about, but you guys have really been number 1 and 2 in the World Tour. Do you like purposely, you know, make sure you're not at breakfast together, not going for runs together, that kind of thing?
No, there's, I don't purposely avoid Taylor. I'm sure, yeah, we're just on different schedules, and Taylor seems like someone that, yeah, does have a pretty, she runs a tight ship. She does what she has to do, and yeah, and same with me too. And you know, of course, if there's a spot at the breakfast table, I'll sit down and have a chat with Taylor. But yeah, we haven't really actually crossed paths that much outside of the couple of races this year.
I'll still ask you the same question.
But I haven't answered it yet.
Yeah, that's it.
So I think like one thing I really respect, and one thing that like I'm probably thinking about is, so Ashleigh had a very successful short course career. She was a junior world champion and she won the grand final and she won a WTCS race, and not a lot of people do that. But I also, and I don't want to bring up a sore topic, but like the Olympics didn't go the way you wanted them to, and you moved on. And so like I'm at the point where it's kind of like, do I continue or do I just like walk away? And seeing you as a role model in terms of, it seems like you've kind of like taken this new career with, and not new career, but like this next stage with like, do you regret not going to Paris?
No.
Like, and so that's inspirational, because like I'm at a crossroads, and it's like, okay, who do you look to? People who've made a similar decision, and like how do they feel about that decision, and what do they see? So sorry, I'm looking up to you, but that's the truth, because it's kind of nice. Where I am.
But yeah, I also see you, and I can see where you're coming from, but I look at you and your skill set with your swim and your bike, and I'm just like, you can be Olympic gold medalist. And I know that would make it a really hard decision, because you're so good that you have all these things in front of you and you have to make really hard choices. So yeah, I respect you and like what you're able to do, and I think that if I was you, it would be a really hard decision, because I'd be like, I could do anything, and that's amazing.
Or nothing, because that's the issue of like seeing that like you choose and you're very focused, and you're one of the sole athletes who focuses purely on the T100, and you've been very successful with it, and I think that that's not a coincidence. So
yeah, well, yeah, that's very nice of you, but I also see, like I just said, you doing what you're doing, and you picked yourself back up from the Olympics, and you know, you've come out here and dominated these races, and it seems like an outsider looking in, it seems like it hasn't affected you at all. And even if it has, as a competitor, I see you, and everyone knows that wasn't, you know, what you were capable of at the Olympics. So of course everyone knows that you turn up to these races and you're still the absolute, you know, person to beat. You're the dominating athlete.
Feel like I shouldn't be in the middle of this. I just want to step back so you two can just talk, because that was really nice and insightful. And it went from you not saying anything nice to Ash to the 8 minutes of nicety, which is good. I won't ask on the flip side what's one thing you start to not like about each other.
We don't know each other very well.
No,
I think that was established.
Yeah, which is actually, I didn't know that. Like, I've been on the tour with you, I didn't realise that that's how it is. But yeah, now I come to think of it, I haven't actually seen you two sitting down having a coffee together like you do so many other people. But moving on. So one last thing about the race on the weekend. Obviously we build up the rivalry, competitive rivalry. I don't think you guys hate each other or anything like that. It's just a competitive rivalry by being two of the best in the world at the T100 World Tour. Is it Julie Duron that's the other person that maybe you guys are looking at on the weekend, or is there someone else that you're looking at as maybe being involved in this battle between you two for the win in the grand final?
I think you can't look past Julie, but I think that there are also a ton of other women on the start list, and with the technical nature of the course, I'd say someone like Flora, and she knows how to do a heat prep, and she just got third in Vegas.
And we heard in the car on the way over here what she's prepared to do to win, especially against you.
What's that?
Yeah, let's just beat up that rivalry.
The broken toe?
Oh, no, that's a long time ago.
And is there anyone else that you're looking at?
Oh, yeah. I mean, everyone is here looking to, you know, finish off their season as best as they can. So I feel like there's so many amazing women that are just ready to kind of put it all out there, kind of all or nothing kind of racing style, which is going to make it super exciting. There's obviously Indy Lee, who's sitting third in the series, and yeah, she obviously wasn't able to race Vegas with sickness, but you know, I see her as someone that can be really focused and to prepare for these big races and still really deliver. And yeah, like Kat, Laura, and Lucy Byram's been cycling really well. She had a great ride in Vegas.
It's crazy how strong this field is.
Yeah, it is so strong. And the thing is too, like, of course there's this rivalry that's been beat up between Taylor and I because we are 1 and 2, but you have to look past that as well and just see like all these other women that are just ready to kind of lay it all out there.
Yep. That's pretty much us done here, but do we want to talk about the airplane incident, or we just leave that, I reckon?
I reckon that's up to Taylor, but
I think we can pass on that. It's good. We're good.
Just don't mess with Taylor Knibb.
If you see Taylor Knibb on an airplane, keep your distance.
Oh yeah, I would actually like that. I like my distance from people in general.
Yeah, we heard. All right, Taylor, Ash, good luck on the weekend. Hopefully it's a nice, honest, clean, fair race, but a hard race, and maybe one of you ends the season as the first ever T100 World Tour champion.
Thank you. Good luck with your commentary.
Thank you.